What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to How To. This is episode 3, and today we have an interesting aircraft, another flareless aircraft that I'm covering. This is the J-35A. It is a premium that it only becomes available maybe once a year around Gaijin's birthday or whenever they bring back pack sales. It says at a BR of 9.7. This is the J-35A Draken. Now, this is one of those aircraft that takes some skill to learn, but when you have this skill and you learn, or once you play it a lot and you get used to it, it's a very fun aircraft. So I'm going to be trying my best to showcase that off and teach you a few tips and tactics with this aircraft. So make sure to watch to the end. And yeah, let's get on with the rest of the video. Alright, now that we are airborne, let's go over a few things about this aircraft. Now, this plane is really well used in the boom and zoom strategy. You have twin 30mm cannons. They are a little bit wide apart, so you can mess around with your gun converging range if that's what you need to, do with this aircraft. The plane actually has a decent radar. It's not great, not terrible. For the BR, it's actually pretty good. No radar missiles, so no way to, abuse it. You are armed with 4 AIM-9Bs. This can be interchanged with rockets. So you can bring rockets or flares, but you have to get rid of your outer AIM-9B missiles. Personally, I like to just run the 4 AIM-9Bs. You can use AIM-9Bs as flares, especially in the head-on at least, by shooting or locking your AIM-9B onto their missile and firing it. Aside from that, the rockets would only really be useful against reaspect shots like things from F5s, AV-8s, etc. Now, at this BR, in a down tier, you're like the most dangerous thing. And at your BR and in an up tier, you're still dangerous, but you have to be, improvised and be aware of your surroundings a bit more than you can when you're in a low tier. You should just try to be aware in any aircraft, no matter what you do. Now, in a dogfight, this plane is by far one of the best fighters at the BR, unless you're rate fighting. In a turn fight or in a one circle or anything like that, it's fine aircraft. Even does fine in a rate fight. It is not great in the vertical. Try to keep it out of the vertical as much as possible when dogfighting. And energy retention is decent, but, delta wing bleeds a lot of airspeed. Now, once again, if you guys saw the last video, where I talked about climbing to avoid the dogfight and the mock ball because you don't have flares, we're going to try to do the same strategy with this aircraft. Now, we have a few. We're running against America. So the big thing I'm worried about at this BR, as you see, this is kind of the BR we have, mix and toss of some 10-0, 9-7, etc. The really thing I only am worried about is going to be the F-8E Crusader and maybe Starfighters. I had to assume that these aircraft up here, 12 o'clock, are going to be either Starfighters or F-8. Yeah, okay, so see F-8s. F-8E. This one above it might be an F-100. The F-8E is like one of the few aircraft at this BR that has a pulse-guided missile, so we're going to have to be aware of that. There's not a whole lot I can do to dodge one. So I just have to be, as long as I'm aware, he might launch one here. Okay. Man, I don't know what happened, guys. I was just, flying and the train suddenly just evaporated and changed all of a sudden. But anyways, let's get on with the rest of the video. Okay, so as we're chilling up here, I have to be aware of things like the F-8 and when we go up against Russia, against R3Rs. Really, that's the big counter to this plane because, like I said, if you stay low, you get hit by AIM-9Ls, you get, out dogfighted. Climbing is kind of keeps you out of the furball. We were just kind of, yeah, like I said, just kind of unlucky in that one. That just happens though. The plane, like I said, per game, hit or miss, depends on who you're going against, what enemy you're facing, things like that. I don't want you guys, especially with the premium aircraft, don't go spending your money without knowing the full story. Not every plane's going to be perfect, and wow, that that missile went through. So, this is interesting. Okay, so here, I'm going to try to teach you guys a little, okay. Well, we have to pick our targets wisely. This F5 is going to try to AIM-9E me from behind, but if we aren't careful, we're going to get AIM-9L'd from the A10. Okay, that F5 can now no longer launch an AIM-9E at me. The biggest threat is going to be the A10 with the AIM-9L. Ooh. He almost crossed our nose. Which A10, though? That's the question. Alright, that A10, that missile's not going to track. He's gone away. Put the seeker on. Just for craps and giggles, and that dodges that missile from that A-10. Dodge the guns. So it's... Oh, we are engine off, but there's nothing you can do here. This is where you just accept defeat. Yep, alright, we're dead. Despite this being one of my most favorite aircraft to use, I grinded most of Sweden with it, almost the top tier Sweden at this point. It is probably not the best plane in the current ARB meta with the not Fox 3s, but the 30G Fox 2s, and just overall, there's better options. If you were to pick an aircraft to grind Sweden with, get the Saab J-35XS 10.7. You get countermeasures. You get AIM-9Js. You can actually rocket a base. This plane's fun. It takes some skill to use. I'm honestly not that skillful, so this plane for me, I'm not obviously going to do the best with it. I tried to give you guys some pointers to try to, hopefully teach you guys some things. Overall, just practice. Honestly, that's the best way to learn. Watch other videos too. I'm not the best YouTuber for you to watch to learn. I will always be doing my best though. But it would mean a lot to me if you guys hit that like button, subscribed, and I will see you guys in a future video. Until then, stay awesome, stay safe. Peace.